Hey y'all, I am back in the building. Let me turn my notifications on, y'all. Hold on, so everybody can get on. Hey y'all, I'm back. I know y'all missed me. This is Messy Tuesday, and I am your host, Paris Sweets. No other. You do know that, right? Now go on, share the live. Go on, share. Go on, share. Share. I am in the building. I am your host, Paris Sweets. Y'all gonna share the live. Got a great show today. I know y'all been missing me. I am in the building. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Before we get started, can y'all hear me? Go on, share. Go on, share. Go on, share, y'all. My new time is 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I used to go on at 8:45 p.m., but I changed my time to 8 o'clock p.m. because sometimes it's late and I'm on the West Coast, so it's a little bit convenient for me and you too. So go on and share the live. Can y'all hear me well? Can everybody hear me? Y'all go and share. Let's get this thing started early, like I planned. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time because I know we all got something to do. But I'm gonna just bring you this ghetto news and this real live show today, and we gonna get through this and we're gonna move on forward. And I'll see y'all next Tuesday. I will be on Reloaded after this show, which is on YouTube and YouTube only. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel is Messy Tuesday for Life. You got that? Messy Tuesday, just like this name here, for life. Go on and share the live and let's get this party started. How y'all been doing? I've been on vacation, huh? I've been just chilling. I've just been chilling, networking. Like always, you have to always network. If you don't network, your net worth won't be nothing. So always network. I am your host, Paris Sweets. Y'all go and share. I'm a little early, but we going to get this thing popping like it's supposed to be. Just bear with me just one moment. Let me just get everything situated, and we're going to run through this like nothing else. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you go and share. I kind of forgot how this thing go. It's been a minute since I've been on here. I know y'all been missing me. I apologize. I'm here now, though. Y'all gonna share. Gonna share the live. I really appreciate that. Let me just put everything in. Let me get everybody in here. Can you send me your request if you're supposed to send me your request? I want to make sure everybody can get in. Send me your request if you were supposed to send me your request. Let me make sure. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me on this live? Because I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Say something, y'all, before I keep talking so I can try to adjust everything. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me well? Anybody? Somebody? I don't want to just be talking and you can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? As y'all notice, I'm not in the dungeon. I can hear trying to send requests. If you can't send me a request, go ahead and leave out of the live and come back in, and you should have a button there. If you don't have a button, just let me know. Leave out the live and come back in, and then you should have a button, Jasmine. And if that doesn't work, just let me know. I missed all you guys. Yeah, I've been having so much fun, but not one day passed that I did not think about y'all, especially on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I really be thinking about y'all because I be on, you know what I'm saying? I got it now, boo. I be on, and I'm used to being on Tuesday at 8:45, so I have to think about you guys. I thank everybody that sent me messages and said they miss me. I miss y'all too. And I'm always going to be thinking about y'all and gathering the news and bringing it to you. And it's just been so much going on since I've been gone. I don't know where to start at, but I guess we're going to figure it out, huh? We gonna figure it out. Y'all gonna share, share, share. We finna get this party started real quick. Now, if you come on my live and you think you running something, we will be a hashtag block party. Just keep the comments tasteful. And if you can't do that, then just leave it live. We ain't on here to try to start no mess. We ain't on here to try to entertain no mess. But if you bring that mess, we will clean it up. Because this is Messy Tuesday. You already know how we roll. We're going to lay it down and this is how it go. Yeah. So it's been a lot going on since I've been gone, y'all. I just been reading and reading and reading and reading. And I don't even know where to start at. But I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for sharing. Y'all know I love y'all so much. And as you know, I'm not in the dungeon. But I promise y'all I will be back April 30th. And here I be. So, first and foremost, I want to let y'all know, as a community, as a black community, somebody's trying to call me. Hold on, you guys. I don't know why they're trying to call me in the middle of this. Let me make sure I turn this off. Hold on, you guys. Just give me one moment. As a black community or a community as a whole, we got to learn how to stick together. You know what I'm saying? And we forgot about sticking together no matter what. I don't care what a person is or what a person got going on. Just respect that person and work with your community so that you guys can be powerful together. As long as you bicker and fight with each other, we're never going to get anywhere. So I want y'all to work on your editing and talking and communicating effectively with people of your kind and of your color, because it's just so much going on out here, and we think sometimes that maybe we think that because a person is going through something, it's not going to affect them, but it affects everybody. It may don't affect you as a person, but as a whole, it affects everybody. And if we come together, we definitely can make some things happen. So y'all work on trying to come together and stop fighting and feuding with each other. Be a lending hand or a helping hand to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what a person may need, and you don't know what kind of vessel you could be to a person. You know what I'm saying? Don't always talk down on people. When you see people down, try to lift them up, because that's what I do. And my next you got to send your request back, boo, because it ain't there no more. I seen it, but it wasn't there. And my next guest that's about to come on, you guys, she has a real powerful story, and I want y'all to share this, because this is the only way that we can get our message across to other people. So let me see where she at. She just was on. Okay, here she go. Let's approve. Yeah, my next guest, her cousin. Let me fill you guys in. I'll let her tell y'all. Hold on. We'll just dive into this, you guys. Let her get on. Hey, how are
Hello.
you?
Nice to
How are
meet you
you
finally.
doing? How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How's the weather where you are?
It's nice. I'm in Little Rock, so I'm in t-shirts. So it's nice. It's
Okay,
nice. hmm
that's what's up. Jasmine, could you tell a little bit? Could you go ahead and give the people a little of the conversation that we're gonna have, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so there is a case right now going on with my one of my younger cousins. His name is Albert Wilson. He was
Mm-hmm.
accused of raping a woman a couple of years ago, and the case was just brought back again in February, and he was sentenced to 12 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
there, despite the evidence that's been made available, not just he say she say, but actual video evidence as well as DNA evidence has been done, and he still was charged for rape despite it.
And so where did this happen at, Jasmine, if you will?
In Kansas at one of the colleges, he he had graduated. He got his associate degree, and he was going back to get his work on his bachelor's degree. And he went
Mm-hmm.
out. There was a family friends weekend where family
Mm-hmm.
friends and students that would like to attend the school come up to the school to meet to look around on campus and check it out, see what's going on. So he was there one evening, and he was 20 years old, and
Okay.
he did have one of his friends' IDs to get in the club, but he was like short of
Mhm.
a couple of months, like 4 or 5 months of turning 21. And he got in the club. While he was in the club, he met a young lady and her friends that were in there. And one of the young ladies in there gravitated towards him, and they ended up going to drink and whatnot, what you do in the club. But to come to find out that the young lady and her friends weren't 21 as well. So one of the bartenders, which was her friend, which is her cousin, made note to the other employees to that she was coming in. So on the video.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're saying that your cousin, which is in jail now, but
Yes.
this case has been going on for a while, since 2016, is that correct?
Yes.
And he was accused of rape.
Of rape. Yep.
There was no evidence
No
either, right?
evidence. No.
Okay, go ahead.
No. And so apparently he met the girl. They all met up in there. They on video, it's them showing her literally being aggressive with him, pulling him into her and kissing on her. I mean, her kissing on him and pulling him into another section of the club, which they call the Boom Boom Room, which is a little
Mhm.
darker than the regular lit bar area. So in
Mhm.
there, witnesses said that she was being aggressive, pushing against him. She was groping on him, and they ended up leaving the bar. So go ahead.
Let me ask you, so they were in a bar,
Mm-hmm.
your cousin and another lady,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which
Yes.
they were all
They
underage.
were
Is
all
that correct?
underage, yes.
And what color was she, if you don't mind
Oh,
me asking?
oh, she was white. Her
Okay.
and her friends were white. The school that they're at is predominantly white, so them seeing black men or black women would stick out. So
Hmm.
yeah, they were white. So,
Okay.
and that's one of the other things that's dealing with this case. There in the situation happened in Douglas County in Kansas, where
Okay.
there's a lot of racial tension still to this day, dealing with primarily African American men,
Hmm.
of just harassment in general.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
to finish the story, they ended up leaving, and which is on camera, them walking out. They got to She had stumbled and fell, and he helped her get up, and he asked her, "Were you okay?" And she said yes. Where she jumps on him, wraps her legs around him, and tries to kiss him. So they started kissing again. So they got to his apartment, which is less
And
than
this was all on camera,
this,
right?
right. The kissing, all that is on camera. So on
So
they're on. Mm-hmm.
they left the
The bar.
club and they
Mm-hmm.
went to his
His
house.
house, and
Okay.
they're walking hand in hand, which is
Hmm.
on camera. So it's saying that she's not being rushed or forced or anything. She's willingly going. So they get to his apartment, which is less than 5 minutes away, and no,
Hmm.
which is less than 3 minutes away from this place. And they leave.
Hmm.
He gets a text message from his friend asking him where he was at. The only thing that was done was kissing. And apparently
Okay.
she got upset because when his friend texted him, where you at? Like, come on back. Because the other guy was trying to get out of fooling with some other girl there. So he got out and left. So she was mad. It seems like she was pissed because he wouldn't have sex with her. And so
Hmm.
they ended up leaving, going back, which is on camera. She didn't look
Hmm.
like anything happened or
Hmm.
anything. There still was conversation at the bar. So if she was in danger, she would have told a friend or something. She didn't. She during the case said that she was so drunk that she doesn't remember anything. But she said that she told her friend that he had raped her later on that night, which doesn't make sense because she waited over 24 hours to even say anything about him being raped, and then didn't bring it to the police until almost a month later. So that's what's confusing. And the girl's parents, her father is a CEO of a multi-million company there in Kansas, which doesn't help because of just being able to pay off people, and to they apparently tried to get in touch with one of to have the doctors say something different, but the doctors didn't change their stuff because, for one, it's illegal, but they did a DNA test. They didn't find any sign of rape. They didn't find, the only DNA that was there was from them kissing on his shirt. Pants, everything was taken to court, and that's the only thing. So her story didn't match what she was saying to the court either. So on another issue with the case was that the jury was made of, what is this, 9 women and 3 men, all who were white. So the jury did not look or have anything in common with him at all. The judge, which is Sally Pokorny, has been also in trouble a couple times ethically and reviewed by the board because of decisions she's made dealing with cases with African Americans and people of color and Hispanics as well. Go ahead.
Let me ask you, so have your cousin ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Albert hasn't had a traffic ticket. He's never been, that wasn't his lifestyle. He never been arrested for drugs. There's no case, and that's what was also made during court, that he's never been in trouble before, which is alarming when you look at these other cases where people have had multiple run-ins with white men and white women who have had multiple run-ins with the police, versus him getting 12 years and them getting probation or time served or anything like that. So it's like he never really had a chance once he was picked up by the police. He was scared to even talk with them. That's why he didn't want to talk with them, because of when they picked him up, they accused him of doing that. They set in stone, without giving him a fair chance of being able to speak, that he did anything. So there was bad language between the cops, foul language between the cops and him. So it's just a race thing made all around, and it's really sad.
So just to bring a little people up to par. So what we have here is your cousin, which is Albert Wilson. Okay, and he was in Douglas County, which is in Kansas City. And he was allegedly supposed to rape a Caucasian girl. And they were minors, and they were in a bar. Is that correct? I want to make sure I hear you.
That is correct. The name of the bar is called The Hawk, and the owners have not been brought up on any charges when knowingly their employee asked that they allow their cousin to come to the bar, who was underage. Not only, but that's also on video. So when they're coming to get in the club, the bodyguard, the people at the front, they let them walk right in. So they're not even asked for IDs or anything. They literally walked in.
Have anything been done to the bar about serving alcohol to minors? Because you said they were drunk.
Yes, that's what she said. She was drunk, but they have not brought on any charges. It's been known that this bar in particular has allowed a lot of underage people to come into the bar using either fake IDs or just walking by, I gather, like before. But
Is it near the college?
Yes, it's on campus.
The bar is.
Yes. It's right
Mm,
off. It's not on campus. It's right off campus. It's right across the way, the street. So
mhm.
it's right in the it's a college town. So it's right there where other
That's
people
really
can
sad.
come in.
And he's never been in trouble with the
He's
police.
never been in trouble, and that's what was stated during his court case, that he should not be charged with that type of had that type of amount of years given, because for it to happen, there's no record of him having anything, a ticket or nothing, absolutely nothing, other than this rape charge that has been placed on him. The girl
Wow.
during the trial, also her story didn't match up to what the camera videos were showing too, and she said that she was just so drunk that she just doesn't remember it, which was given basically her slide on it. She
Mm,
has she said that she was so traumatized about it, but during the case there were times when she was actually laughing and giggling.
mm.
So that's it's just another thing of what's going on, and it's important because this system is systematically set up to fail, people of color, when you're not given a chance. You're written
Mm.
off. There's so many cases where white women have blamed black men for raping them, and have later down the road said, oh, they didn't do it, or it finds out during court that they didn't do it, and they'll get a probation. But this is this man's life and other men's lives that are in danger. So after being in jail, he'll have to be registering as a sex offender for something he didn't do other than kissing. There's nothing. His people on her side have either said that's not what they seen, or they don't want to talk about it. So it's like, well, where's the truth? It's all coming down on her. Her story is inconsistent. They're
Mm.
in Kansas, which has a bunch of racial tension still to this day. You have a judge that has been on review for ethics because of cases dealing with people of color, be it African American or Hispanic. In one case in particular, a woman tried to get her children away, saying that the father was molesting them, and the judge gave them back to the dad for 2 weeks, and the mom had to visit. So that's under review
Now,
now. So
all this is in the same court that
this
your
is the
cousin was.
same court, the same judge. um after the verdict with Albert's case, the jury wanted to change the verdict, because they really didn't. I guess guilt set in, and they really didn't even want to give that type of charge. But the judge refused to listen. The judge went ahead with the 12 years. And
Mm.
so now we're getting ready to go back to try and see if we can get
Appeal
a
it.
different rank. But it's just,
Are
mhm.
are you guys did appeal the case? Did
Yeah,
you guys have a
we're
paid
waiting
attorney?
because the days we have to wait a certain amount of days to appeal. So that's what we're waiting on. We only got like probably like 5 more days left, and we're
Mhm.
waiting because all the trial transcripts has to be done before they can go on and do any type of appeals or anything. So it's
I
within less
seen
than a week.
I seen this case on CNN where they was talking about it, and
Mhm.
so in that county they aren't doing. There's no media about it.
No media. It's like they refuse to post or talk about it at all, which is interesting because our family's been reached out to by Meek Mills. They've Kim Kardashian, let me see, Tariq Rashid, Dr. Boyce Watkins. It's been on the Breakfast Club's Hot 97's Hot Topics with Angela Yee and Charlemagne. I mean, these people, it's getting out to media outlets. It's been on CNN. So, which is interesting, is why in this one little town in this county, while they're trying to sweep it under the rug. I spoke with his brother today, checking on him to see how stuff was going on, and he was saying that Douglas County is like pushing back his time of being able to visit him, switching him from place to place. So it's like they're trying to keep him from not being able to be seen and talked to. Also, the GoFundMe had been taken down. Apparently, the girl's lawyer got involved and was trying to say that it was false, that wasn't a legit GoFundMe. So then GoFundMe ended up returning everybody's money. So that was between like $8,000 and $10,000 that went back to these people that most have went ahead and redonated and sent the stuff back. But it's just been constant craziness on Instagram and Facebook, posting and talking about it. I mean, the family's being harassed because of just everything, and it's not just white people. That's another thing that had me like kind of confused. Is a lot of black people have been saying, well, that's what you get for messing with a white woman, and that's what happens. But I think we need to take into context of being a person in general. And it's hard because my family, if you look in, well, I send a media link, our family is mixed. We have white, Spanish, Indian. So it's one thing I wanted to say was just to be aware. If you're going to date interracial or mess with somebody of a different race, take into context the stuff that can happen, because it hurts to see people judged in this way. There are many cases where stuff has not gone like this girl could do. Somebody can up and lie and ruin your life, and it's not even worth it. It's not worth it, especially with Albert. He has a bright future. He was on the dean's list. He's an exceptional young man. So it's like we're gonna get him and take him down type of thing of all stuff. So it's, you had the case with the Brock guy that literally raped the black woman.
I just was gonna say that because I was gonna talk about that case where the bus driver raped a 14-year-old girl, and he gets probation.
So what does that say to us? It's not just the raping or things. We lost too many boys. Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin. We have this justice system that is not for us as black people, as people of color. It's set up for us to fail. There's too many people who the shoot at your wrist stuff. It works for white people, but it don't work for us. It's disgusting. It's important why go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry that your family's going to have to go through that.
Yes,
how are they coping with that?
It's really hard. His mom having to deal with it, and his brother having to, they're paying for everything. It's not like free money around, so it's expensive for one, and then them just, it's devastating. He was around his nieces and nephews all the time, so he's a real family person. I mean, we have barbecues and stuff. All of us are there. He there. Just it's heartbreaking, and you never think that it would get this close to home, and it did. And it's terrible getting calls, hang-ups. That people being harassed because you're standing up for your relatives and whatnot, getting hate messages because you're standing up for your relative. It's heartbreaking, but it's hurt us, but we're not broken. So we're not gonna let it just slip away and try to have him work out or be prepared to work these years. because I really don't believe that'll happen. I truly believe that something it might not be the best thing, it might be a sentence lower, but I truly believe that this 12 years is not gonna stick
And
because
what was he in school for?
he wanted to be a broadcaster, so a news
Okay.
anchor or whatnot. And
Hmm.
he's a very intelligent, articulate young man. You know, it's just it's hard to see people having to break down and go through stuff like this when it's not necessary at all. And
Well,
just mhm.
well, I understand that you guys have a website for him as well, right? Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, ma'am.
And what
It's
and what was that?
free. It's www.freealbertwilson.com. There's also the Instagram hashtag and Twitter hashtag of freealbertwilson.com. And you can go on there. You can read the newspaper articles on there that talks about the young lady, because they didn't even want to reveal her identity, which was interesting, being that she's over age now, but it's just her being in hiding for some reason. But they talk about everything, the timelines, dealing with her friends telling the truth about what happened that night, from her telling them. So it's a lot of stuff on there, which was interesting because the judge didn't even want to see all the evidence that was entered. So it
Mm.
was like a no. She rejected stuff. She rejected text messages that had been between her and one of her former friends. So it was just there's no way for him to get any type of justice, So we're hoping that this gets through, and hoping that people learn from these situations. Learn who, just because you at the club, that don't mean get involved with these women or men. Be cautious of your surroundings. Think about the people who are coming in your circle and whatnot. So, and sometimes you just can't be too nice to people. So that's one
Yeah.
thing that it is.
Well,
But
well, I really thank you for coming on the show to tell about your cousin,
thank
because
you.
I feel like exposure will get you a long way. I have six brothers, or I've been dealing with
Okay.
um the justice system for a long
Long
time.
time.
And all I can tell you is just don't give up, continue to fight, continue to be supportive, and continue to get the word out there. I do believe that there's hope. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I know that the road is not easy, because that stuff get expensive, is if it's
Yeah.
not just lawyer fees, or it's telephone calls, it's
Telephone
commissary. You
commissary.
know
You're
what I'm saying?
right.
I understand that. So, I want you guys to go check out his website, and if you can support Shirley's Live, and just do whatever you can to help. If you're a lawyer or something, if you can aid in any type of way, please reach out to her. She's very open, she's very
Yes,
friendly, she will talk to you about the case.
that is
um
fine. Can I say one more thing?
sure you could.
I was just
Sure
wanting
you
to
could.
thank Soraya for putting us in contact with each other. And I met her through an arts and crafts group, and we stayed in touch. And it's just crazy, but I just want to tell her thank you for even getting the opportunity to push out, to be able to get in touch with you, to be able to get this story out. But yeah, and
Absolutely.
thank you
And
for listening. So,
absolutely. And I got all the messages that you sent to me. I will
okay.
post them in my
Yeah,
group,
that's fine.
and we will be in contact. Just keep us updated, and
Okay,
I will stay in touch with you.
I
And I'm
will.
praying for you and your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
All right,
All right.
then.
Bye-bye.